kind of depressing to see the level of ignorance and foolishness in the comments regarding other countries. Now, I'm not going to, there's nothing more insufferable than a new convert to someone, you know, someplace that somebody like, you can get people that will travel to someplace and, you know, now they want to think that they're an international man and bag on America. Oh, how much better things are here than there. I'm not that person at all. I have never traveled, I didn't come from a family that traveled anywhere outside the States. You know, we would go to Western states and such, but when I married Mrs. W, I married into an international family. Her twin brother lives in the Netherlands with his family and has for, what, since 1992 or a long time. Her mother is from Sweden, and so we visited there. So since I've been married to her for the last 20 years, I've got to travel extensively in Europe, from Prague to Germany to Sweden to Belgium to Holland, the Netherlands, you know, and I got to see things that I've never seen before. Now, there's no bigger patriot than me. You know, I love being from America, and I think we live in a very extraordinary place. But I'll tell you, to be honest, when I read the comments and I see the ignorance, the ignorant things that people say, hating on Europe, hating on Europeans, and completely oblivious to the fact that our whole country is burning down around us, it is, you gotta go. You gotta go and travel. There is no education like travel. It'll expand your mind and open your perspective in ways that you never had before. You cannot be a whole person, and you can't even really comment on things that you don't see or haven't seen and don't understand. You just look like a fool. Yeah, I mean, you can make a educated guess, but until you've been there and you've talked with the people and you've seen the way that they live, you know, just keep your mouth shut. You just don't know. I didn't know. I would have spewed the same foolish ignorance as I saw in the comments. Here's the fact of the matter. Yes, Europe is very socialistic. The taxes are high. The taxes in the Netherlands are 52%. And when I heard that, I was like, ooh, man, that would be rough to have 52%, over half of your check just swept away every time you get it. But let's be honest. If you knew how much you're paying in taxes, I'll bet we're the same, if not more. Well, yeah, they're going to take, what, 30%, 40%, you know, depending on your tax bracket right out of your check. But we pay taxes over and over again. The same money, you get taxed over and over again. The gas pump, the food. If you want to sell something, you pay taxes again on the money. It's probably the same, if not worse. So don't get up on your high horse about how wonderful it is here. And one thing that I saw, or I didn't see in Europe, is I didn't see anyone living on the street. And I didn't see anyone openly doing drugs. And I didn't see homelessness. And I didn't see crumbling infrastructure. What I saw was a very clean, organized society of people that look after their own. You know, so whatever you want to say, you know, I mean, I get it. I hate being told what to do. I would really struggle. It would be difficult to work underneath that socialistic government. However, there is no utopia, and there especially isn't a utopia here. So before you go on talking nonsense about things you don't understand, go over there and visit, and I promise you, you will have a different perspective. I'm not saying that Europe is a utopia. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we don't have it figured out. And as of late, I'd have to say, if I didn't have to deal with so much crowding, you know, you could make the argument that it would be, you know, here's the example. My son Jack went with us, of course. You know, he's going out at night with his first cousin. You don't worry about crime. You didn't worry that the boys are out till 2 o'clock. You know, there isn't anyone that's going, you know, I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but you feel safe. You can be out with your family. You don't feel like someone's going to shoot you or attack you or stab you with a knife or come out of an alley. It's just different. It's just completely different. I don't know. All I'm saying is go see for yourself before you start talking a lot of trash. I was really dismayed by the foolishness and the ignorance and the childlike comments and this blind patriotism to America as if, you know, we are just so good and everything's so good. It's not good here. Look around. If you'd stop listening to the rhetoric, if you could critically think and look at your surroundings with your own eyes, when we've got Targets where they're putting socks and underwear and deodorant behind glass, and you're going to tell me that we live in the best place in the world when the infrastructure is crumbling, when kids can't even go outside. Look at the education system. Look what it costs. You know, kids in Europe go to school, you know, it might be $1,500, $2,000 a semester. You know, their food over there is no poison, half the poisons, there's none of the GMOs and all that stuff. The food is healthier, it's cheaper, it's cleaner. Just get out, expand. If you were to go out and see how other people are living and the freedoms that they're actually enjoying and contrasting to what America has turned into, you wouldn't be so happy to live here. It's the boiled pot. It's the frog in the boiled pot. If you could get some perspective, you would be very angry when you came back and saw the trash heap that this country has turned into by design, by our leaders, and you would maybe do something about it. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.